You'll see it. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Is it down the time? Okay. So the time or the stand by for Sarah and Sister's going to be at the bottom. Yeah. So you come and find it. No good. You probably told me that. What a great town in that. I'm never here this time. Boy, Dave, it has been so much fun so far. We had the big house on Monday in Ann Arbor. Then we had the Keewaydin Casino in Sault Ste. Marie last night. And now here it is Wednesday. I can't wait for tonight's show because I love this town.
And in such a beautiful place, right in the middle of National Travel and Tourism Week, Pure, Michigan, a welcome back to summer.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for more. This is like the iconic Michigan vacation destination. I mean, you've got the mushroom houses here. You've got the beautiful sailboats. You've got the bridge that goes up and down. You've got the Weathervane. You can get to Beaver Island from here. I've been coming here with my family and for years and years.
It's a beautiful town.
Yeah, been coming here for years. Right here in, don't tell me, I got notes. I've been coming here with my family for...
You're kidding me, right?
Yeah, hold on a second. Hey, Siri, where am I? Oh, anyway, well, we should probably get to the broadcast, but it'll come to me. Like I said, I've been coming here all my life. Oh, it's Charlevoix.
It's Charlevoix.
Oh, Charlevoix. Okay, I'll get it. Like I said, I've been coming here my whole life. I know this place like the back of my hand. Charlevoix.
It's going to be a long week.
Charlevoix. Which camera do we look at? I don't see any.
Hey, welcome. It is the Pure Michigan Welcome Back to Summer broadcast for National Travel and Tourism Week. It's a webcast.
And it's night 3. First night we were at the big house in Ann Arbor.
Very cool.
We were at the Keewaydin Casino in Sault Ste. Marie. And tonight we are in one of, I think I can speak for Dave Lorenz from Pure Michigan, one of our favorite towns in all of Michigan. Oh, by the way, did I mention that this is Dave Lorenz from Pure Michigan? And I am Tom Dalton from the smash hit Emmy Award-winning PBS TV show Under the Radar Michigan. It's night 3. We are, again, like I said, in one of the most beautiful, iconic Americana Michigan towns. It's Charlevoix.
It is such a beautiful place. And Tom and I, along with Jim Edelman, Tom's cohort in crime with Under the Radar Michigan, we were out walking along the streets a little bit earlier today and just taking in the beauty of this town. This is actually called Charlevoix the Beautiful,
yes,
for a lot of reasons. It's beautiful as it appears. It really
is. We're broadcasting live from Stafford's Weathervane restaurant. We're also staying at the Weathervane hotel here, which is a sight to see. But yeah, this was actually designed by a famous builder and architect,
Earl Young. He built the mushroom houses as well. We're going to hear about them along with a whole bunch of other stuff as we bring in Amanda Wilkin from the Charlevoix Tourism Bureau. Amanda, it's really great to see you. Thank you for allowing us to come and say hi.
I'm so happy to be here, really, and I'm happy that you are here in my community today. It's really great to have you all in Charlevoix.
Yes, so beautiful.
Not like Siri. I say, Siri, give me to Charlevoix. Oh, getting directions to Charlevoix.
I know, it's so confusing.
It's very fancy. I like that. So I really have been. Tom has been here so many times. We love this place. For somebody who's never been to Charlevoix, describe this really great town.
Yeah, so Charlevoix is really a great mix of small town, but there's still a lot of great restaurants, a lot of great attractions. People come from actually all over northern Michigan to come see some of our attractions like Castle Farms, the Early Young Mushroom Houses, our downtown, our bridge, our beaches. They're all free and they're all public. It's just a really beautiful spot. And we love summer, but we also love all seasons here in Charlotte. It's a great time. Any time of year is a great time to come to Charlotte.
Yeah, to sit on the river and have dinner here. You even have a wine at the bar across the street called The View.
Yes.
And The View, with what a view. I mean, you're on the channel
right
here,
down the Pine River.
Right, between Round Lake and the Big Lake, Lake Michigan. It's such a beautiful environment. And the bridge going up and down, the sailboats going by.
It is.
And you get to live here.
I know, it's crazy. I wake up every morning and I'm excited, and I'm so blessed and so lucky to live here in this beautiful place. This restaurant that we're sitting at right now, Stafford's Weathervane, if you've never been to Charlevoix before, this is like quintessential Charlevoix. So you should come see this. Even if you just pop in for a drink or a pop, you got to see this place. It's
awesome food too. Really awesome.
Yes. Yep.
Something else. Amanda, would you describe Charlevoix as an event town, as a town that you come here just for the atmosphere all the time of the year, as a foodie town, as a shopping town, as a, whatever? How would you describe Charlevoix?
Dave, I hate to say this, but we are all of those things.
Yeah.
We really are. A lot of people come during the summertime for a lot of events that we have. We do have some great year-round events, which my great friend from the chamber is going to come a little bit later and talk about all the events happening in Charlevoix. But year-round events, there's also something to do recreation-wise. So recreation is huge here as well. So if there's not an event, it's okay too, and just come anyways.
Oh, I'll never forget the first time I drove into this and through this town. You have to stop.
You
It's
do.
just so
You do.
beautiful here.
If you don't stop, you get annoyed because
Yeah.
you're getting caught up in bridge traffic, or we have this beautiful US 31.
Right.
With the Bastille Bridge behind us.
Yes, yes. If you don't stop, then you're not going to like it here. But if you do stop, you will love it here.
Oh, this place it's paradise.
Yeah, and I really do think, and I've told you before, I think this is such an art-friendly town, and not just your events, but your galleries and your shops, and I do love the Earl Young home. I've said this to you before. This is kind of crazy. The best library in a small town I've ever seen. It's really cool, and so a lot of times
You even do library good.
Yeah, well, sometimes you're coming camping here, and you can camp in this excellent state park right on Lake Michigan, and maybe you don't have access to the internet, so you go to the library, and it's an awesome library.
The library is fantastic. There's a lot of culture here for being such a small town. There's a ton of culture, which our library makes really, really good examples of. But the Historical Society is here. They've got a museum, this Circle of Arts, and some of those folks are going to be here a little bit later to talk to you. So you're going to hear from a lot of amazing Charlevoix people and all of Northern Michigan people.
Well, can't wait a minute.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And since we don't have a studio audience, Dave and I will clap you off.
Yes, it's good. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Last night we had a studio audience, but tonight we do not have.
Amanda Wilkin from the Visit Charlevoix organization, and they certainly are welcoming us. And actually, we have an audience. They're behind the windows.
They're inside where it's a
There
little
they are.
warmer. And by the way, I'm not.
It's beautiful here.
Dave is. This is what a mensch he is. Look at that. It's a little cool out today, and Dave's not wearing a jacket.
No. Our next guest gets it as well. Tim LaQueer is from Beaver Island Boat Company.
Yes.
Tim, come on over. I've been on your boat. I've enjoyed it because this is the entryway to Beaver Island, isn't it?
Yes, gentlemen. It's good to see you both again. I know we've had you both out to Beaver Island. So, yeah, Charlevoix, Northern Michigan, surrounded by all this beautiful water. There's, no better way to get out on the water than on board our ferry boats. So you can take a trip out. It's 32 miles out to Beaver Island, and we've got events and things going on starting right off on Memorial Weekend, traveling all the way through the whole summer and September. So
Yeah, I'll never forget when we filmed out on the island. There was a huge storm that came over that day, and it came over we were about to get on the boat, and it came and headed out into the lake, and I thought, oh, this is great. We're going to miss the storm. Well, we get on the ship, and then we caught up with the storm, but it was nothing because that boat's so big.
Yeah, it's very, very big. We can hold about 300 people. So, all kinds of weather. It's still a nice, comfortable ride. We've got indoor, outdoor seating.
That's
so,
beautiful.
Anytime it's a nice trip to sit on the water and kind of take in all the views from a little bit different vantage point from out on the water edge.
And you're a car ferry as well. So what do you recommend when people are going to Beaver Island? Do you think they should take their own cars? Do you think they should rent a car on the island or just kind of hang on downtown?
Really depends on the length of your stay. If you're just going for the day, we have great day trips during the summer. You can go over in the morning, come back in the evening. Aren't going to need a car. You can walk around most everywhere down in the downtown area. A day or two trip, you may want to rent a car on the island. That's an option instead of bringing your own. You can kind of explore the island. It's about 50 miles around the outside. So really do kind of need a car if you're going to visit in that short of time. If you're staying any longer than that, good idea to bring your own car, so you can really explore all the inside and exterior points of the island on your own.
I do love it. In fact, this is the only place I've ever been to where you line up a car rental, you get to the island and you say, okay, where do I go for the car rental company? And they say, well, car's over there, keys are on the dash. It's just something else.
I've been told that the people on the island, they just leave their keys in the car because it's like, who's going to steal your car? You're on an island and everybody knows everybody out there. It's like a real community out there. So it's, just leave your keys in your car.
Yeah, and I think that's the real true beauty of the island is it is a very unique community, and we're partners here with Charlevoix. So the two communities have worked together for a long time and are really integral. But you get that really small town community feel while you're out on the island. People wave when you pass by. So you get to enjoy the beautiful nature. Along with there's some shopping and restaurants and things like that out there. And like I said, we bring in some we have a music festival and some other big events that so there's always plenty to do along with enjoying the nature.
Yeah, there's a new glamping resort out there where you can in these luxurious tents.
I haven't heard that.
So, it's a new resort where the tents and everything are all set up for you, and they're beautifully appointed. And so there's so much to do. Everything from rustic to luxury to hiking and camping, and so
something for everyone. Fine dining to pub dining, something for everybody to do.
Spectacular place. And I tell you, what's really interesting is when you spend a little time here in Charlevoix and then you take off on your ship to the island, it's almost like two different countries because they're very unique on the island. It's just a really cool place.
Yeah, you are stepping back a little bit, and it is a little bit of a change from you've got the 131 traffic here, which doesn't detract from the beauty, but you get out to the island and there's no traffic and only 10 miles of paved road. So definitely a difference and not that far apart from each other.
Well, if people want to know more information about how to, if they want to go on the boat, they want to go out to the island, where do they go?
Yeah, if you go to beaverislandboatcompany.com or bibco.com, you'll learn more about us and how to get there. If you go to beaverisland.org, that's the Chamber's website, all the accommodations, hotels, motels, Airbnbs. You can get to all the information on events there as well.
Yeah, it's a beautiful ship, and we had a blast. Just the boat ride alone is worth it.
Yeah, we loved having you guys, and we like whenever you guys want to come out and visit.
I can't wait to be back out there. Tim, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you, gentlemen, very much. Have a good evening.
Looking forward to it. Yeah, Captain, thank you for joining us. It's a really cool thing.
What?
We're going to actually, let me just tell you a little bit about some discounts that we have been gathering up during
discounts.
This National Travel and Tourism Week. So if you go to michigan.org/NTTW, some of you are probably watching on that very platform right now. Just kind of go down the page a little bit. You'll see featured travel deals. They include, we were just talking about the ferry.
Yeah.
You can get discount Mackinac Island ferry tickets right now. If you go there, check it out. Bry's Estate Winery is offering this special this month. And it's hard to read, but it says, because of my little phone, enjoy 2 wine flights and cheese and charcuterie, that whole board. And
you said it right.
I did. I can't believe it.
You didn't say charcuterie.
I didn't. With chocolate truffles for only... I can't read it. You'll have to read it later. I really can't. I think it says, I'm afraid to say because I'll probably get it wrong, but it's a great deal. Bry's Estate Winery on Old Mission Peninsula.
Yeah, Bry's, that's
you
where
probably can't see it.
Oh, Bry's, I can't see that.
No, my phone's too small.
Yeah, Bry's Winery, that's where they have the frosé.
The frosé.
Yeah.
They have a special on frosé all this month, too.
And now, next up, Dave, we have Sarah
on,
Van Horn from the Charlevoix Chamber of
Yay,
Commerce.
Sarah.
You brought your own posse with
Did
you?
you come in the bus? What's the deal? Everybody's here.
Yeah.
So I think they heard that we didn't have an audience, and they all came from beyond the glass.
Thanks for being the studio audience.
Yeah,
I appreciate
it's good. Great to see you. Thanks for
Great
coming.
to see you.
Yeah.
Thank
So Amanda was telling us that apparently you have some events here.
Yes, we have a few things going on in Charlevoix for this
We hear.
Oh, you think? Oh, my gosh.
winter. First up, actually, is coming up June 8th. We have our summer open house downtown. So that's kind of the kickoff to summer. We get our merchants downtown opened up. They've got treats, drinks, specials, giveaways. We've got music in the streets, just things to get people downtown shopping, walking around, seeing what's new for the season.
Always good. All right. And so do you have like events like almost every weekend or how does the event rollout look like?
Yeah, once we get into June, it's almost every weekend. We go from open house, marathon, art show, Boyne Thunder, another art show, right into Venetian.
I was going to say Venetian. I've never made it up here, and I've been coming up here, like I said at the promo, all my life. I just love this city. but I've never been to that festival. Tell me what happens with the Venetian Festival.
Venetian Festival, you've got to see it at least once. It's a staple in the community. You've got fireworks, carnival, music, food trucks.
Isn't there a nighttime parade with the boats that they light up
parade,
all the boats?
Yeah. Yep. A lot of kids' activities, sporting events, things like that.
Well, anybody visiting here would really want to know more about the lifestyle here because they look around and they say, wow, this is a great place to visit. I would love to consider coming here as a place to live. And everybody's looking for workers these days. So something tells me that you have a great opportunity to pull some people to this beautiful town.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about the community itself.
Yeah, it's really the ultimate destination for live, work, play. You've got amazing recreation opportunities, the beauty of the lake. You know, you've got anywhere that you're going to work, you can run out to a kayak right after work in the summer. You can get on your bike. You can go out candlelight hikes in the winter, snowshoe, ski. It's a great place to be if you like getting outside, and it's a really close-knit community. Everyone cares about each other. We celebrate the new businesses, and it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I'm glad you said
Great
about
place.
the winter because I've been here winter, spring, summer, and fall, and every season has something different you can do.
Mm-hmm.
But the winter can be just as much fun as the summer.
It's beautiful here in the winter.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, spectacular here in the winter, and a lot of things to do. You just have to make the most of it.
Yeah.
Well, folks have to come to downtown Charlevoix, check out the entire town, really great places to visit. And of course, what is your website for people to find out more?
Charlevoix.org.
Charlevoix.org. Pretty easy.
Pretty
Not
easy.
Charlevoix.org.
Yeah.
Well,
That's good.
Charlevoix.
Well, Sarah, thank you
Yes.
so much for joining us
Yeah,
today.
thank you for having me.
Yes,
so
I could
much.
even see you because now that bright orb in the
Right.
sky isn't as
That big
bright.
fireball. And
Yeah. Why is the sun always out? It's too
That's what we
bright.
do here in Charlevoix.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much,
Yep.
Sarah. Appreciate it. Yeah, yay.
Hey, woo, we do have a studio on. This is great.
So Denise is coming, right?
We have an extra. We have Denise and Dave Roeder.
And Dave.
Dave Miles. Denise Roeder and Dave Miles.
Denise Fate, yes.
I'm Fate. Denise Fate and okay.
Dave Miles.
Dave Miles. Okay, there we go. Now we're done with that.
So you're from the Historical Society?
We are.
I actually love to travel for history. I'm kind of into two things, architecture and history, and so often they are connected, especially in a place like this.
Yeah, we actually are responsible for three facilities here. We have a museum downtown, which is opening an exciting new exhibit this summer, which I would let Dave talk about a little bit more, having to do with our the amount of water that we live on here, the city on 3 lakes, maritime history, major new exhibit opening this summer. And we also help preserve the South Pier Lighthouse at the end of this channel. Beautiful red iconic structure that's really highly photographed.
Beautiful.
Celebrating
Yeah.
75 years this year.
Oh, wow.
Of that structure.
When was Charlevoix founded? When did they?
Pull that up there.
The first permanent settlers came here in 1854, but there had been people here before that, but they were itinerant fishermen and they didn't stay all year. So the first that we can really say that they set down roots was 1854.
Wow. Because I try to imagine what it would be like to be the first person to come along and just see this area because it's the natural beauty.
The
here is just-
indigenous people, of course.
I
were
wonder
here.
how they got to
Oh,
see it.
yes.
Yeah,
And this was Pine River
right.
and Pine Lake. So, yeah.
When people came here, European settlers, where did they generally come from? All over Europe or certain areas?
A lot of them came from Germany, a lot of them came from Scandinavia, and a lot of them came from Bohemia, Hungary, really all over. Not so much Italian, Spanish, and French. French did end up on Beaver Island, but around here, quite a few of the Northern Europeans came here, especially the Scandinavians, because they were so close to where they were going to be working for the mines in the Upper Peninsula.
Yeah,
I come here from Rochester. It's a small country south of here in southern Michigan.
long ways away from far away. And so when they came here, they found things to do, to live. Can you then learn about that at any of your historical facilities?
If you want to learn about it, we've got it. To give you an idea of how much history there is to report on, next week I will be writing my 600th column for the Charlevoix Courier called Looking Back.
600.
And it was the idea of a Petoskey News Review editor who came over here to fill in for a while. And he said, let's give it a try. We gave it 16 weeks and I'm still doing it.
Well, that's
But,
something
yeah,
else.
the city's lived from and recreated with the water for decades. All kinds of industry, fishing, lumbering, ice harvesting, all of these things will be highlighted in the exhibit, along with the many vessels that have come through this area over the decades.
I don't recall if we're going to hear from anybody from the castle, but I don't really know that background of how the castle ended up getting here. So can you tell us about that?
The castle was the brainchild of Albert Loeb, who was the vice president of Sears Roebuck in Chicago. And he bought the land here starting in, I think, 1915, just 2 miles south of town. And that became actually a developmental center for the introduction of new farm equipment that they would test here. But he also opened it up as a working farm, and they went into business in 1918. And until the farm economy soured 10 years later, they were a really going concern.
Well, it's a really cool place to visit. As part of your overall visit to the Charlevoix area, you can learn about what's happening today, what's going to happen in the future, and of course, all about the history because of what you guys offer. So thank you for being here today and for what you do.
Thank you very much.
It's great cities do evolve, but great cities also, they keep track of, remember, and commemorate their past and their history.
Our tagline is bridging our past with our future.
That makes sense. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, Tom, this is really such a unique, beautiful little town, and it's kind of hard to miss because a lot of people go to the beautiful town of Traverse City. So Charlevoix is right between Traverse City and beautiful Petoskey, and this whole route on 31, a lot of people call this the Gold Coast,
Right.
Because it's so beautiful and it offers so much, and of course the Traverse City area offers a lot.
I was going to say, speaking of unique and beautiful, right now we have Caroline Rizzo, and she's from the Grand Traverse Resort and Spa.
Yay, Caroline!
And as Caroline knows, we both have been there many, many times. It's a world-class resort right here in the heart of Michigan. And we just love having you guys here.
It's one of my favorite places to be.
It's a great place, and you've been at the resort. They've been going through updates and remodeling and a whole bunch of stuff. How's that going?
It's going great. We have a very exciting update to our original 6-story hotel. So for anyone who's driven past the resort, they know it by the iconic tall glass tower, one of the tallest buildings in Traverse City in northern Michigan. But our original 6-story hotel is a gem, and we just completed a $10.5 million total renovation to the hotel. So you've got all new guest rooms, new bathrooms, new hallways and corridors and the elevators. Everything has been updated. All the work done by Michigan companies, which is very exciting, and we love working with those people. And everything too kind of pays a nice homage to northern Michigan and our ownership, which is the Grand Traverse Band of Ottawa and Chippewa Indians.
Oh, right. Yeah, the casino. You can see from the restaurant, which I should mention, the view from the restaurant.
Yes, up in Erie.
Unbelievable.
Erie is just, even if you don't eat, if you just went up there and sat and had a drink.
It's my favorite spot when I maybe, need to do a little bit of walk away from my desk.
Right.
I take the elevator up, I just do a quick little wrap around there, and everything is good.
Something else, of course, you see very obvious when you're up in that tower. I already gave it away. The golf courses.
The golf courses, yes.
Just so beautiful. I've had the good luck to be able to have some time to golf there a couple of times this last year. I'm going to be there a couple of times again this year. I can't wait. Spectacular golfing.
It's great. And we are really just starting off the golf season strong. I know the weather up here has been a little back and forth, but Michigan golfers, they love to get out on the course, and pretty much nothing will stop them. So we've had some great days of golf, and it's just getting busier. All 3 courses are open. We've got the grill down at the clubhouse with the new menu down there. So it's all that whole experience, right? Get out on the course, be with your friends, enjoy some great local food items in the grill, and hang out and catch a sunset and just enjoy everything it has to offer.
I do have to say, because the Bear is pretty commonly known as a really tough course, but the Wolverine has a lot of room. I love that golf course.
I was going to say, I think that one's your favorite,
Oh, it is.
right, Dave?
And another thing I love about the area and about the Grand Traverse Resort and Spas, we did a wine tour there where we took 50 of our new best friends on a trip up the Old Mission Peninsula to a variety of wineries, came back, had a wonderful time at the hotel. I believe some folks went to the casino and did very well there as well.
Yes.
And we're going to be coming back and doing that again because we had so much fun.
Do you think about that event every day?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the parts I can remember. remember. But yeah, no, it's great. We're also going to be doing a trip to the casino.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a world-class resort in the middle of paradise in one of Michigan's most beautiful cities. It's just, you must be so happy.
I love, oh my gosh, I go to work every day just so happy. I love my job. I love the people there. I love the people around here. I mean, all of the people, everyone you're talking to today and you've talked to this week. I mean, that's what makes travel and tourism in the state of Michigan so special. And we are so lucky to work in that every day.
And the renovations, the new rooms are just
They're fantastic. And the casino got their rooms totally renovated too. Their whole hotel has been renovated. Dave, I think you stayed
I
in
did.
a new room. Yeah.
Beautiful.
You like to spend time at Turtle Creek Casino?
I do. It's great. Well, and
they like it when he spends time.
And Dave likes it when he's there
unfortunately,
too.
isn't that the truth? Yeah, but the cool thing is we have Crystal Mountain, we have Grand Traverse Resort, and we have Shanty Creek, all in this region. Great resorts. Check them all out and make sure Grand Traverse is on that list as well.
Come and stay with
Ladies
us.
and
Thanks,
gentlemen, Caroline Rizzo from the Grand
Good to see you.
Traverse
Thank you.
Resort and Spa.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it. Hey, and real fast, let's go to some little deals here if I can get this to work. Let me see if my little app works. So you talked about Froze. They have a Froze all-day giveaway going on, and this is a really interesting promotion that they're doing between Bryce Estate and I think Mission Point Resort as well. So you need to find the featured deals on michigan.org/MTTW.
We'll call him Big Deal Dave.
There we go. Get him going.
Next up, we have Mike Kent from the Traverse City Tourism. And Mike, not only are you a great guy, but you get to promote a great city.
Oh my goodness. You guys have been driving around northern Michigan, right?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Did you see the cherry blossoms out today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Beautiful.
They were glorious.
Yeah.
So absolutely, Traverse City, and every day I get to look out over Grand Traverse Bay and count my blessings every time that here I am.
Yeah, I keep talking
get
about
to-
the wine up there, but you're right. The cherries are the cherry festival that's up there. It's just an amazing event.
We're getting into a really glorious season, when everything comes alive again.
Yeah.
When the blossoms are out. And really, if you haven't planned your weekend this weekend, come on up. Because the blossoms are in full bloom and the earth is coming alive again, and it's fantastic.
I actually had to look twice at one area when I came over. I thought, is the snow not melted? Honestly, I really thought that for a second. I thought, that's the beautiful trees. Really cool. So as people come to the Traverse City area, one of the things they quite often will do is go into the winery areas. Mm-hmm. Truly spectacular experience.
With over 40 wineries that are part of the Traverse Wine Coast, it used to be that you went to the wineries just because they had glorious views, Mm-hmm. And the wines were okay. The wines now are world-class wines. And I say this by having dealt with a bunch of sommeliers that have been coming to our area. I don't know anything about wines. Right?
I'm a sommelier, and I know that, the wines have come so far.
Now you go to our wineries because they have fantastic wines. And, oh, by the way, those views are still spectacular. You go on Old Mission Peninsula and you get some places a view of both bays and you sit there and you sip. It's the craftsmanship.
Yeah.
It is not the fact that we're going out and we're drinking heavily. That's not it.
No.
It is a matter that there is the amount of creativity that take place in this state where our winemakers, our brewers, our distillers, they're putting this craftsmanship to work. So yes, we, the whole beverage tourism in our area has been phenomenal, but everything else that goes with it, everything with the natural resources, being able to take hundreds of miles of trails for hiking and biking, Sleeping Bear Dunes National Lakeshore that was voted as the most beautiful place in America by ABC Good Morning America viewers. I'm here to say it is, but I might be a little bit
you
biased.
can do a tall ship dinner cruise out on Grand Traverse Bay. It's what I love about it's this little cosmopolitan, cool city with culture and restaurants and art in the middle of paradise.
It really is. And you talk about the tall ships. Yes, the experience to go out on Grand Traverse Bay in a tall ship. And quite frankly, ecotourism too.
Yeah.
You've got the school ship, the Inland Seas Association. They're adding a new
Education.
tall ship, the Alliance, this year because there is such a demand to be able to educate people on what it takes to take care of the Great Lakes.
Well, Mike, I know we need to get going, but I have to also say credit to Traverse City for being such a great place if you want to go shopping and dining and all that stuff in the downtown core. There's no reason to go online to buy things. Go to places like Traverse City or beautiful Charlevoix as well. Do your shopping downtown. If you don't support downtown, say goodbye to downtown. And man, it's time to head to great places like Traverse City.
Absolutely. Come on up. We're ready for you.
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks,
Good to
buddy.
see you.
Thanks, buddy.
Take it easy.
Thank you.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
All right. Well, hey,
I think we have a video right
I
now.
think
don't
we are.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch a video.
Yes,
Not yet?
Yes, right after Mike.
Are we gonna wait?
After Mike. Yeah, there after Mike.
Or
yeah,
if we can run the video, let's
roll
run the
that
video. You're gonna love this.
So David, I can have a couple of.
The chain of lakes is an incredible asset here in northern Michigan. It's a collection of 12 lakes and interconnected rivers. It starts up in Ellsworth and it traverses through Bel Air and it ends in Grand Traverse Bay on Lake Michigan. You can paddle over 100 miles straight and not paddle the same stretch and only have one portage at a dam in Bel Air. It's pretty impressive. The Chain of Lakes Water Trail is a flat water system, which is a really cool and unique water trail. Because a lot of them, you have to have a car at the beginning, you have to have a car at the end, and you have to be able to shuttle. With the Chain of Lakes being a flat water system, you can start at one point and you can paddle out and paddle back, or you could, for example, circumnavigate an entire lake. And so you start at one point and end at the same point. So there are so many different opportunities that you can do on a flat water system that aren't available to you when you're on a river system. And there are some really beautiful natural areas as well, with miles of protected shoreline where you just can feel that you're out in nature. You can see beavers and you can see minks and herons and just an assortment of wildlife. And then if you head down to the lower chain, you get those larger lakes like the Caribbean Torch Lake water. We also have 4 trail towns along the water trail. So Ellsworth, Central Lake, Bel Air, and Elk Rapids are all communities along the water trail. You could stop and rest, get out, where there are great restaurants, enjoy yourself, get some ice cream, and enjoy the rest of your day. There are over 84 access sites, and at each of those access sites there are signs so you know where you are along the water trail, and those signs include information about distances between access sites, the level of paddling experience you're going to anticipate, bathrooms, parking lots, all that stuff. But also important to us, it's stewardship and safety tips like making sure people are wearing their PFDs. So all of that information we consider just as important as the water trail information, because we really feel that it's great to get people out and we want people to have an awesome time and enjoy their time out on the water. So in addition to being able to paddle and go out in the communities, there's so many other things that you can do in northern Michigan that once you're off the water for the day, for example, you could go hiking at Grass River, or maybe mountain biking at Glacial Hills Natural Area, or visit one of the many orchards and really experience the communities and the life that's up here in northern Michigan. It's pretty awesome.
The right time. You know, Tom, look behind us here. What's happening?
We're back. Dave did not hit a jackpot. Those are the bells on the bridge. The bridge. This is one of the neat parts about being in Charlevoix is you sit out here having dinner or a cocktail, and the bridge goes up, and these ships go through, and sailboats, and it's just a great experience.
So, truth be told, we were here earlier and we heard it go off and we heard the bing, bing, bing. And Tom said, "Is there a train here?"
Well, it sounded like
a train here.
It did. It sounded like
It's a bridge. It's a bridge. This is a river. Hey, who are we talking to next?
Right now, we are talking to Edith Pear and Alex King, and they are with our studio audience.
The Mushroom House tour.
The Mushroom House is here, and I'll never forget the first time I drove into Charlevoix. My wife and I were just driving around looking, and we didn't know what they were, and we happened upon the Mushroom Houses. We were like, what do the hobbits? Is this where the hobbits vacation?
Well, you know, Earl Young designed homes that are out there, but this is also an Earl Young design building, right?
This is an Earl Young design building. So he did, you know, depending on who you ask, 30 plus structures in town, all made of stone, and this happens to be one of them. So,
which is the Weathervane restaurant.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Well, the Weathervane restaurant, of course, we're staying at the Weathervane Hotel just next door. Really beautiful. And these are such unique homes and designs. Tell us about that.
So I have to give a shout out to the Historical Society too, because they taught us everything we know. But they were all built by Earl Young. He was born 1889. He died 1975, and he basically spent his entire life kind of collecting these beautiful stones, and went to school for architecture. He made it a year before he quit because he said it was too structured. He went to U of M. And so he was self-taught and basically, put his love for architecture, love for nature, love for stones together. And here we have the mushroom houses, only here too, only in Charlevoix.
Yeah, it's a very unique thing.
They look like something out of a fairy tale. They really do. They're like
Hobbitville or
yeah,
something.
like where the hobbits vacation. It's just, and until you actually see them, it's hard to even describe them.
So explain the tour.
Well, the Mushroom House Tours is a 45-minute tour. It's a historically guided tour. We have 3 gem car vehicles, which is an electric vehicle. It's
like big golf carts.
Right? Yeah, we have an 8-seater and 2 6-seaters. And we tour all around the mushroom houses here in Charlevoix. It's a 45-minute guided tour, and yeah, we see them all.
We were voted number one thing to do on TripAdvisor for many years. We're now at least the number one thing to do in downtown Charlevoix. Castle Farms beat us, but we're downtown Charlevoix, number one thing
Castle
to do.
Farms pretty cool too.
My wife and I have been to Charlevoix, and I'm not kidding, probably 25 times, and still every time we come, we still go see the mushroom houses.
You have to.
You have to go see them.
Well, there's nothing else like it. I mean, there's other places like Carmel, California has these stone houses that are kind of similar. And
I know England has Stonehenge. I know, but that's not as
nothing
cool.
like this. And they're all only here. That's why it's so cool, because he didn't do them anywhere else. So you get this once in a lifetime kind of experience.
One of the things I love that you do is you allow people to see the homes, to learn about them without interfering with the people who live in them. Sometimes they just get too close, so you get to learn all about it.
Well, you can rent a couple of them, correct?
Absolutely, yeah. There's I would say at least 7 that are on VRBO now. I mean, and more coming because they're a little hard to live in permanently, so people
I want to
realize to rent them out.
I want to rent the Fred Flintstone house. One looks like Fred Flintstone. I want to rent that one.
The thatch roof house.
Oh, okay. They all look a little bit like that. Okay, so I know we need to go. What's your website?
It's just mushroomhousetours.com.
Oh, mushroomhousetours.com. That's very cool.
Well, they're only here, so I suppose that's why you have that URL. That makes a lot of sense. Thank you so much for being
here. Thank you, guys. You were a pleasure. I appreciate it.
Have a good day. Thanks. Good night. Thank you. Well, they're so unique, and it's one of those things you have to do when you come here. It's just part of the overall experience. One of the other things you should do when you come to this area of the state. We talked earlier about the fact that we have Grand Traverse Resort, we have Crystal Mountain. We also have Shanty Creek Resort. It's a fantastic place. Come on in, guys. Want to learn all about it?
We have Steve Kirshner and Lindsay Southwell.
How you doing? Good, guys.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Thanks for having a ski guy.
Great to have. Yeah. Hey, so I told Tom earlier, no, this is fine. It's such a nice warm day. It's going to be fine. Well, I have body fat, so I'm nice and warm. I'm doing fine.
Well, our family loves your resort so much that we spent 2 Christmases ago, we came up for Christmas and skied, and the view from the dining room alone at Shanty Creek is worth, it's like, really?
It's definitely worth the trip.
Oh
It's just amazing.
What's the lake it looks over? It looks
Lake Bel Air.
Lake Bel Air. It's just the view. So we came up and spent a whole Christmas up here and had a magic time. So thank you.
Was Santa on the hill?
Yeah, well, I actually ran over him skiing.
Okay.
I hit him. I didn't realize, and even though he was wearing red, I thought, So
yeah, there are 2 things I've learned you shouldn't do: ski and golf. And let's talk about golf for a minute, because you have great golf activities there at Shanty Creek.
We do. We have 5 courses at Shanty Creek. We just added a 5th one to our arsenal a few years ago. And so we have really fantastic designers, Tom Weiskopf, Arnold Palmer, and our new course, Hawk's Eyes, John Robinson Design. It is quickly becoming one of my favorite courses at Shanty Creek.
Well, and it's an interesting property, Shanty Creek, because I don't know how many acres is this?
5,500 acres.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's kind of big. So you have the main lodge where Tom was talking about the Lakeview restaurant, as
Which
part
is
of that.
old school cool.
Yeah,
It's just
really cool. Big
awesome.
decks, huge rooms,
Yeah.
great views, and
60th year anniversary this
60th.
year
Oh, wow.
of that
I don't know-
facility.
And I don't know if you've been there lately, but they've really put a lot of money into the arrival experience. Can you
Yep.
tell us about that as well?
So the main lodge, was completely redone. The check-in area, the Lakeview dining room, relatively new coffee shop that features Starbucks, all on that main level when you first walk in.
It's a great welcome, I'll tell you that. And having the coffee shop out, that's always a big deal for me. And then you have the other properties that are part of your property. Explain that.
Yeah, so Shanty Creek has 4 villages. When we kind of think of it as like our own little Disney World up north.
Yeah.
So each one has their own personality. Each one has their own things to do. Each one has their own lodging accommodations. So golf courses, ski mountains, tubing, hotels, lots of restaurants. So those are really fun part of the Shanty Creek experience because you can come and have a different stay every time you're there.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful area that my daughter's boyfriend's parents just bought a home right down the street from the resort because the area is so beautiful up there. It's just, and I hate to keep going back to skiing, but I've been skiing all over Michigan and I just love the skiing experience there. So,
You know, and the one thing too, I mean, for a property that big that's is that spread out, we have shuttle service. So you get up there, park your car,
yeah.
and you don't have to drive to any one of the other villages. You can just take our shuttles.
I know we need to go, but for people who want to do like mountain biking in the area or hiking in the area, things like that, are there designated trails? Do you need to bring your own bike? Are there bike rentals? Things like that?
I'm that guy. 10 lakes within
He's that guy.
a 10-mile radius, 10 navigable waterways within a 10-mile radius, 10 hikeable or bikeable trail systems within a 10-mile radius. Bike rentals available at Shanty Creek, also downtown in Bel Air. Same thing, kayak, stand-up paddleboard rentals available in the area. So all 3 of those types of things you can do out of Shanty Creek, being based out of Shanty Creek.
I forgot you're right by Bel Air and Shorts Brewery and all that. So,
Oh yeah, sure.
yeah, so
Shorts too. It's time to take in the fresh air of Bel Air and go to Shanty Creek Resort, guys. Thank you so much for being
Thank
here.
you guys.
Thank you.
yeah,
Can't
thank
wait
you
to
so
be
much.
back.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you next time.
Did I not say Shorts?
Yeah, I got to tell you, Shorts is fantastic.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
It really is. Okay, who are we talking to next?
Paul.
Okay,
Paul,
Paul's
get in here,
coming.
Paul, because I gotta relearn how to say your last
we're
name.
gonna have problems here because Paul, this is not the easiest. Let me try it. Okay, Paul is with Stafford's Weathervane, but let me see here. Andrzejewski.
Andrzejewski.
Close. And Jeski. Just pronounce the consonant.
You're kidding me.
Oh, really? It's that simple?
That's very disappointing.
Yeah.
Well,
Very
I can pronounce Stafford's Weathervane restaurant. That
That's better.
So what a great property. We're here right now, and I know you really can't see what we're seeing right now, but you need to come and taste the food that you have here. Tell us about the property and the type of dining experience you have here.
Well, we tend to once upon a time we were fine dining and times have changed. So we've kind of gone to the American fare, casual, what we call boating culture.
Yeah.
You can come in shorts, come in t-shirts, come in your polo and jacket.
The dining's still pretty darn fine, though. We just had dinner.
Yeah. Well, what we strive to do is create memories for you here. So it's all about you coming in and making memories. And
well, you're in a structure that was designed and built by Earl Young. I mean, it looks like the hobbits lived here at one time. You're overlooking the river here, and sailboats are going by. The bridge is going up and down. Talk about a destination and an experience. Yeah, this is a place you'll never forget.
Yeah. Most everybody in the summer, they want to come out on the deck. Well, as you indicated, watch the boats go by, watch the bridge go up. Kids are enamored by the bridge.
Yeah.
There's so few of the drawbridges in Michigan, as you know, is left. So
yeah, but the atmosphere inside is, you've got it's ambiance plus. I mean, it's just like you said. Your blood pressure drops 20 degrees, your shoulders drop, and then all of a sudden there's a wine glass in your hand and you're having a wonderful dinner.
Well, Jim, at lunch today, he had the whitefish. I don't know if I've ever seen whitefish that looked that good.
Yeah, you guys do fish really well.
That looked awesome. We had both a burger, and those were spectacular too. What other types of items are popular here?
Well, our plank whitefish obviously is our signature dish here. It's done on the plank in the oven. Our burgers, That's our number second seller, here. But prime rib on Fridays, big hit for prime rib. And
What's it like working in such an amazing atmosphere like this? This is just. People come here just for this, and you get to be here all the time. So.
Well, you know how they always say, like I want to work and feel at home. It's kind of like that for me. I don't need to own a house on the water because I can just come to work and sit here while nobody's here.
Well, it's right on the river here. So earlier when the sun was just out and just beautiful and everything, that Pine River was emerald green. It was spectacular. Now, of course, as the clouds come in a little bit, changes colors. The view here is spectacular. I love the fact that you get to enjoy great dining at a good price. I'll tell you that too. Yeah. And it's really spectacular. The whole experience.
Yeah, Paul. If people want to see pictures, more information, where can they go? Is there a website?
My website for the restaurant is staffordsweathervane.com. Our main website is staffordshospitality.com. But if you just Google the Weathervane, you'll get a lot of historical photos. Google Weathervane Charlevoix, a lot of historical photos of the town will come up, of the building and how everything's progressed over the decades.
Awesome.
Well, Paul, thank you so much. Paul, okay, let's try the last name. Paul
Adritsky. Very close.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Just go with my reservation name of Paul.
There you go. Thanks, Paul.
Paul A. There you go.
All right.
It worked well. Thank you so much.
And dinner was fabulous.
Really good. Really good. Okay, hey, we got a minute. Let me just look at this deals really fast.
We got our buddy Bills coming up.
Give me a second here.
Okay. Darn it.
So look at these featured travel deals on michigan.org/NTTW. Give it a minute. Okay, and so it's 15% off your stay at Bay Point. You know Bay Point Resort?
Yes, I do know that.
Awesome.
I bet I've stayed there.
Yep. Yankee Air Museum. They have National Travel and Tourism Week deals just going on right now, and you get to see airplanes up close. And the details are very small. So look for that. And then Ann Arbor appreciates tourism. So there's an app that the Ann Arbor folks have put together.
That's so clever.
Appreciates tourism. So look at that as well. We'll share more later. But first,
we are going to talk about the Michigan Association of Recreational Vehicles and Campgrounds with the one, the only, the incomparable Bill Schaefer. Bill Schaefer, everybody.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate the.
It's always good. It's good to see you, Bill. It's always good to see you.
I've been retired for 4 months, but you know what? It's just like getting back on the bike.
That's right. Well, you're Marvax CEO, President Emeritus.
Yes, that's it.
There you go.
I like that title.
Great to see you. That's the new title.
There's got to be a ton of great places to RV in this area.
This is a hot spot for the state of Michigan for people who own recreational vehicles and want to go camping. Coming up to the northwest part of this state is great. There's so many opportunities. There's a high-end motorhome coach campground in Petoskey, Sun Resort, and then also, we've got some, rustic campgrounds. Fisherman State Park out here is a tent, camping and such. There's just so many different options for people. And on top of all that, you get to come to a great little city like Charlevoix, which I'm very biased about because we just recently purchased a home up here.
Yeah. Well,
he just purchased a home.
That's the way it is. That's the way it should be. And it's always a testament to a place when a guy who comes from the RV world decides to move into a place. That tells you a lot about this as a camping area as well.
Yeah, it does. It's really unique in this area here. I mean, you've got these cooler temperatures as you guys know right now. I mean, downstate it might be 75, but it's nice to just come up here and be cool, and that kind of carries into the summer. It's just always a little bit cooler out here by the water.
And RVing has become so individualized now. It's so customized. You can get an RV any size, any shape, for any lifestyle, any kind of sporting events that you want to do, or any. It's so.
You can start at around $7,000 and go up to $2.5 million as far as a new motorhome is concerned. So
I'll take the $7,000.
Okay. All right. But anyway, it's unique because families can get together. It's a great way to get away from the city and get up here and just commune with the family. And then a lot of camping groups, they come together. There's several different families that get together, and they always plan their trips well in advance. They got to make reservations because it's sometimes hard to find a campsite.
Well, Bill, I know that a lot of RVs are built in Indiana. Are we building any in Michigan?
Yes, we are. There's, I noticed that the statistic was something like almost $750 million in suppliers and motorhome and RV manufacturers built in the state of Michigan. That puts out about $750 million in product.
That's a big deal. And RV and other types of camping, that time of the year is upon us. And if people want to find out more from Marvac, where do they go?
The easiest one is marvac.org.
MAVARC.org.
That's right. Or Michigan RV and Campgrounds.org. Either one will get you our website. And go online and get a manual or directory right now and plan your trip in advance.
Well, now that you're back, how was your 4 months of retirement?
Do I get the same paycheck? I'm not sure.
We'll work that out.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks, guys.
Good
Appreciate
to see you, Bill.
it.
Really
good to see you,
buddy.
Take it easy. Thanks. Thank you. Good to see Bill. It's good to see all of our friends at Marvac, and of course from all throughout the industry.
Oh, mon Dieu.
We get to see some friends next.
Yes,
German
now
for friend.
what? Well, this is a French place, so speak French.
It's French.
It's
okay.
Brian and Emily Frond.
Merci.
Is it Frond?
Freund.
Frond.
Nice
You're
to have you
right.
here.
We're
Brian,
talking about the French place. You know what? I speak a little French.
Very good.
Yeah, parce que les pics ne marchent pas. That means because your record player is broken. But it sounds really good.
Sounds fabulous.
Thank you. So what is the French place?
We are Creperie and Bakery right here downtown Charlevoix.
I love you.
And we make all of our pastries and baked goods from scratch right in house.
Oh my gosh.
And we take all of our inspiration from our travels.
I don't have to go to France anymore.
Right down the street.
I'll tell you, I was just in Montreal for a meeting, and a friend of mine got a pastry for me. And I had no idea. That's good stuff. If you make anything like that, I'll be back.
So you make croissants and you make like baguettes? And
I make every single croissant from scratch with my 2 hands.
Are you married?
This
darn it!
It looks like you've been really working at the bakery a lot.
Yeah.
What'd you do, something wrong?
Yeah.
Those croissants can be tough.
I bet.
Yeah.
So what's the most popular item that people buy?
I would say our crepes.
Yeah, our crepes are our most popular thing. But,
do you do
Croissants
almond,
right up there.
almond croissants?
Of course.
yeah, we have great almond croissants.
So where are you? Where are you located?
Right here on Bridge Street. You can't miss it. It's the one with all the flowers on the front.
In Frank. I almost said Frankenmuth.
That's
in
very-
Charlotte.
Right in Charlevoix, yes.
That's very French because I was in Paris not too long ago. Anyway, and yeah, a lot of the storefronts, they have flowers. They all adorn their storefronts with flowers.
We spend a lot of time in Paris, and we wanted to model our store after what we see when we go there.
Oh yeah, I love that about Paris. They'll just hang flowers and very nice.
And we're trying to bring a little piece of that here to Charlevoix.
So bakery items. What are some of the items that we can look for when we visit?
Oh, there's carrot cakes and tea cakes, and there are
Croissants,
carrot
and
cakes,
almond croissants, and
there's coffee
the best
cake
cookies.
and
You can ask the ladies here.
all of the cookies are fabulous.
Where do you learn to
French
bake?
macarons.
Oh, you make macaroons?
I
Or
do
ons or-
macarons.
I'm sorry.
Uns are coconut.
Oh, sorry.
Ons are French.
Macarons.
Somebody pronounced it that way, and I told them they pronounced it wrong.
Well,
Whoops.
we won't correct you, but we might judge.
No, I'm glad you did.
Are you trained bakers, or how did you?
So we've basically taught ourselves. But what we do is every year we go to France, and then we learn while we're there. We take
research,
baking lessons. Tons of research, lots of croissant eating.
Lots of research. Yeah,
and
that's my specialty.
Right there.
I think Tom and I tomorrow morning need to do some research.
Yes,
please do.
What time do you open?
9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Hey, if you're going to be there, knock on the door.
Yeah,
that's
early
right. 'Cause
risers, knock on the door,
bakeries,
we'll be
yeah.
there.
We'll be there quite early.
Dave's making us leave town early.
The name of the place again is
Knock on
That
the door.
French Place, and
Yes.
it's right downtown, right on Main Street in Charlevoix.
Yes, indeed.
Very good. Hey, great to see you all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for coming.
Yet another reason for my wife and I to come back up here.
Thanks
so
for
thank
coming.
You.
Good to
Thank
see you.
Thank you.
And I never thought about this, but we need to tell everybody the next couple of nights that if you come from a place called That French Place, you should bring some That French Place
Yeah, well, how come we didn't
samples.
bring some samples?
Samples. What were they thinking? Really, samples next time. All right, we'll figure that out.
We made a change.
Made a change. Okay, we have a change. I see Mike coming on. Mike, why don't you just come over, even if we were supposed to talk to
Oh,
somebody
Mike.
else
Hey,
now.
buddy, how are you?
Mike Sukant, good to see you. Michigan Festivals and Events Association Really great to see you. Man, if we had time for you to talk about all the festivals that are part of your organization,
could you list
we'd be here all week.
Could you go through all of them for us?
I don't think we can get it done in a week.
No, I don't think we would.
No, my gosh. Michigan has so many amazing festivals. We've done 3 festival shows where all we did was go to festivals.
There's over 1,300 festivals in the state of Michigan.
So you have a whole bunch of them as part of the organization. As we go into summer, I know it's unfair to say what are some of your favorites. I wouldn't do that way. But what are some of the festivals?
I do have a canned answer for that.
Okay, your answer is
yes.
Yes, there you go. You got it.
Well, what are some of the biggies or some of the ones that people like? We did the Asparagus Fest up in a little town of Empire. And oh my gosh.
Yeah, I once met Mrs. Asparagus.
Oh my gosh, people were dressed as asparagus. They have asparagus beer. They had asparagus parade that was so little it went around the town twice. It was just, everybody there was so it's just, festivals represent the heart of every community, I think.
Well, there's a big one that happens right here in Charlevoix called the Venetian Festival.
We talked about that earlier.
That's
Yes,
huge.
that's an amazing festival.
Yeah. So what are some of the others that we can look for this summer that you would recommend people look for? And it always depends on what you're into, of course.
Well, it depends on the time of year also. Right now it's morel mushroom season, so there's a lot of morel festivals going on. In April, we had the opening of the trout season and the walleye season, so there was that going on. There's just, hot off the press is the Michigan Fun magazine.
Give me. Yeah.
Oh, what a great name
There
for
it
a
is.
magazine, too. The Michigan Fun Magazine.
That's what it looks like. How can people get this?
It's available right now at your local visitor centers. It's also at all the MDOT visitor centers and on our website at michiganfun.com.
Well, like I said, a great way to explore and learn about any community is to dig into their festivals. Where can people go to get a list of all the Michigan festivals?
Right there in that magazine.
But
or,
I mean,
or on our website.
What's the website?
michiganfun.com.
How simple is that? MichiganFun.com.
It doesn't get any better than Michigan Fun.
I thought he was going to have a flower that would squirt me in the face or something.
And Tom, it's important to realize this is the Michigan Festivals and Events Association. So you think about like the Firekeepers Casino 400.
Yeah.
It's coming up in August, right, at Michigan International Speedway. Fantastic race, lots of fun.
Oh, the hot air balloon. I actually went up in a hot air balloon.
It's great.
Yeah,
Like
I cried.
Civil War muster. I don't know if that's the Holland one. I don't know which one that is.
I think that's Jackson.
Jackson.
There's how many
Jackson's
festivals?
awesome.
That's Jackson bought the center.
Oh, that's right. It is all Jackson.
all
Yeah, Faster Horses Festival, of course, to do with the races and at MIS. So that's an awesome concert venue. So just as an example, you start going through this magazine and you get a lot of really great ideas.
Yeah, so it's MichiganFun.com.
Can't get any simpler than that.
My gosh. Yeah, because
Can even learn how to visit Beaver Island.
what was the last festival we did up in? Oh, we did the Pasty Fest. That was a blast. I lost. I went. I did
Anything to do with food,
Pasty.
Tom will be there.
Yeah.
Shockingly, because it looks like he never eats. But still.
We kind of watch these guys on Thursday nights at 9:30.
Yeah.
What guy? Oh, us. Yeah. Right.
And one of
Always eating.
And one of the other things that we've started doing in February is our own podcast on My TV.
Oh, how do you,
you do a podcast?
That's
All right. Awesome.
Weekly podcast. So you can check that out on Thursday nights also when you're not watching Under the Radar.
So on My Michigan TV, when you're not either watching UTR or when you might be watching this right now on My Michigan TV. So I hope you are. But hey, Mike, really great to see you. And the website again is
MichiganFun.com.
There you go.
Where everything fun in Michigan is right there.
There you go.
Awesome.
Got it. All right. Good to see you.
Guys.
Thanks, Mike.
Appreciate everything.
All right. We'll see you at a festival somewhere out there. Great to see you.
Save me a corn dog.
All right. I see Brittany in the outings here. Should we bring Brittany in?
Yes. Yeah, Brittany.
Come on in. How you doing?
Thanks for having me. Saving the last but not least, right?
Well, certainly not. So we were talking earlier with the folks from Shanty Creek. We talked from the folks from Grand Traverse Resort.
Yeah.
And here you are from Crystal Mountain.
I
Absolutely.
love Crystal Mountain. My wife and I have spent many weekends, and the fact that you guys have some dog-friendly places that people can stay.
Yes, we do.
The skiing there, and you're so close to Ironfish
Oh my gosh.
Distillery. I mean, so yeah.
In Thompsonville, in Benzie County.
Yes.
So close to Sleeping Bear Dunes National Lakeshore, close to Traverse City, close to Frankfort. I mean, everything. We're just a perfect little base camp for Northern Michigan if you want to explore the region. So we have all kinds of events going on all the time. And if there's a holiday, there's probably a special going on.
Right. The skiing is amazing.
It is.
What's that thing that we rode down the side of the
That is the Crystal Coaster.
the
Alpine
Crystal
slide.
Coaster? Yes.
How could you forget?
Oh my God! Well, because I was scared.
Don't be scared. My 81-year-old grandpa went down that slide twice. So,
Whoopee!
any age.
And to be clear, that's open right now, right? This time of the year?
Actually, so Memorial Day weekend is when our summer activities really start to open up. Yes. And our park at Water's Edge, so our outdoor water playground will open up soon. As soon as the kids are out of school, we are free for all.
The accommodations at Crystal Mountain are absolutely beautiful. And what is that art park that you have there?
The Michigan Legacy Art Park.
Oh my God.
It's my favorite. I love going on hikes, and then this hike is also educational because you're learning
and beautiful.
I know. And I mean, up north, and you're in like the hardwoods of Northern Michigan. So you're learning about Michigan's history and culture while also getting that fresh air, which is good for the brain anyways.
Yep.
So yeah, it's educational and it's healthy. It's
What's the golfing looking like this season so far?
beautiful. We opened April 14th. We have 2 championship golf courses. We're excited to bring back the Michigan Women's Open. And for the 21st year, and this is their 30th year for the PGA for hosting this tournament. So we're excited to bring that back, and anyone can come watch for free. Golf is looking great. We just finished up some renovations on Betsy Valley, and so we're getting a lot of great feedback. Just people didn't know we had golf courses, and now they're driving down M115 in Benzie County, Crystal Mountain, a ski resort, has golf courses.
I know, and the resort's beautiful. At night, the way it's lit up, my wife and I would just walk through the village, and it's just, you could be anywhere. It's wonderful.
It's nice that you mentioned walking because Crystal is actually designed to be a walkable.
It's like a little village.
Yes. Park the car for the day, for the weekend, and just go shopping, dining, activities, get your exercise.
Restaurants are great.
It's a special place in so many ways. One last thing. I really enjoyed the fat tire biking there at Crystal Mountain last winter. Do you do that this time of the year as well?
We don't do it in the summer. We have mountain biking, and we have downhill mountain biking trails. So we utilize our chair lifts all year round. So you don't have to bike up. You just have to bike down.
Oh, that's
that's good for guys like, hey guys, I know I feel I'm in.
Much better. Brittany, great to see you.
What's the website so people want more?
crystalmountain.com.
crystalmountain.com, but just to see the pictures, it sells the place. It's just beautiful.
That's
so
right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great to see you. Have a great time. We'll see you next time at Crystal Mountain. Thank
We
you.
still have one studio audience. One person left. Thank you.
Yeah. Everybody else is headed inside. So here's the thing. I told them it was going to be so nice and comfortable and warm, no problems. But I do want to say this. Okay, so a couple of last deals.
More deals.
I know.
Deal and day.
We could have been exactly out on time. I don't care. Okay, Sweetwater's Coffee and Tea have some deals on michigan.org/NTTW. You can get 50% off Foaling Tuesday through Thursday at the Foaling Warehouse. You have to say it with an echo. The Foaling Warehouse. Yes, it's really great. So, and there are some other deals there too. So we'll share some other deals.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. This is the Return to Summer Part 3. Tomorrow night is Part 4. We'll be coming to you live from South Haven.
That's
South Haven.
And looking forward to that. And we're going to be in a really cool outside environment. There are going to be food trucks out there. Come on over to downtown South Haven. You won't be able to miss it. So many people to thank. All of our guests who came here. I want to thank Tom Dalton.
I want to thank Jim Edelman
and Amanda Wilkin from Charlevoix Tourism Bureau.
Yeah, the Weathervane restaurant,
folks.
Dave Lorenz from Pure Michigan. I'd like to thank this glass of vodka that they're so nice to get. No, this is actually water.
Hope not. Dave Scott from My Michigan TV, along with Jared. Don't tell me Clark.
You got it. Woo!
I don't even remember my own name, but there we go.
I'd like to thank the Academy. I'd like to thank my mother, the director of this film.
We'll see you tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Don't miss it.
It's a wrap.
Thanks.
And we're done.
Bye.
A fresh voice can speak to you.
And open your ears and your mind
to new views and new perspectives. The call of the wild.
A crescendo of culture. Listen as a chorus of fresh voices moves you.
Taking you to greater heights.
Add your voice to the mix.
And let fresh answer back with perfect harmony in pure Michigan.
Should we get into the light? A little better light? Maybe move the light? Yeah.